Welcome to Getting Back Up, where grief meets growth.
Two men, two fathers, and one shared journey of rebuilding.
We're talking about life after cancer, love, loss, and everything no one tells you.
Well, let's get into it. All right, here we go again. We're here again.
Yeah,
doing this
little thing. We just talking, just us.
Just us.
On getting back up.
Life after death.
Yeah, finding life after death.
We're getting into some fun stories now.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a balance of serious and fun, but you know us.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to do. But my man, this one I think is a little bit current for some people.
Yeah, I'm going to put the spotlight on you a little bit in this one because you're closer to this part of the story, part of the narrative of getting back up. And it's still like this dynamic of where are the children, where's the family.
Yeah.
But this is part, I think a hard part of where everybody is. Mm-hmm. It's the dating. Like, what does that look like? Yeah, right? Where are you in that journey?
It's different for everybody.
Right.
You don't know exactly when you're ready, but to go out and see if you are.
Yeah.
And having to deal with and real time. Oh wait, maybe I'm not ready for that, or here are the things I need to overcome.
And like we talked about in the previous episodes, everybody's got a different perspective of where you are, and you got the pressures from, the people trying to live vicariously through you. You got the pressures of family who's trying to hold on, and they're different places in their healing journey than we are.
Well, like what you said before, that is this moving forward and this is what it looks like, or moving on? Mm-hmm. So in this, we're going to talk about what that handbook looks like for moving forward.
Exactly.
So we've called this the dating rules of engagement.
This is, I think it's that. So I think that leads us into my first question.
And I brought my notes again.
Yeah.
All right.
I think when did you start thinking that you were ready to get into that dating process?
I mean, it's hard to say because I think after a first year of something, a season essentially that we talk about, which is so relevant to this process and just how we live our lives, I thought, all right, I think within a year, I guess it was maybe a little before that, quite honestly, that I started entertaining the idea because it was, yes, this is always going to be with me. This absence, this loss is always going to be with me. I want a sense of someone to care about me while I'm going through caring for my children, the people around me. Mm-hmm. Folk have gotten back to their routine. Yeah. So I have to figure out what mine was. So I would say in the next, I'm trying to think if it's a number of months that I really thought about it. Within 4 months, 5 months, something like that.
Was it for you an element of just what to do with the rest of this silence? To your point, your kids, they're starting their process. They're in school. You've also got family, friends, the extended community for your support that has kind of gone back, returned to their life. Mm-hmm. Was that part of it? How do I fill this void, this silence, or
this time?
Yeah.
They've got their schedule. What about mine? Mm-hmm. I think that factors into it a lot. I also just think about, I'm a relatively young man. I wanted to just feel again. Because when you go through what we've gone through, a lot shuts off. Right. We talked about open up that valve in a past episode, allowing people in. I think I was ready to open that a little bit. And I think that's what it was, is an encouragement from different people of, you are not too old to move on, move forward into another relationship with someone. So I think it wasn't necessarily about, I just need to fill the time. It's, I think I want to feel again, to have someone care about me the way I care about them. See where it goes. Because, brother, I'm new to all of this at that point. 4 or 5 months. So you want to talk about some of
to one echo, just to kind of echo that I understand that. And I think that probably for me, that 4 to 5 month time frame was at the point where, and I think I talked about even, Janice's mother at the time, Joan, was like, hey, you should probably think about moving and figuring out what's next. And, that's what we want for you. And I think for me, time wise, it was probably about that 4 to 6 month time frame where that felt about like, hey, like these are clearly things that I need.
Right.
Where did you have I found my type, right?
Right.
We'll talk about that later. Yeah. But in my wife.
Yeah.
Did you have, as you
but also there were the dating before
there was
wife,
the dating. There was
which we'll get into. Yeah. Okay. All right.
But like, did you have like a list of things, or did you have like a type? And again, understanding you had a great partner in Nalani.
Yeah.
And everything. But was there something or some things that you're thinking about as you?
For sure. I mean, list, not to objectify. Yeah, sure. But it's things that you're attracted to, and I'd like to carry this forward, the relationship piece and the communication and all those other things. But let me say this before, for me, man, it'd been 20 years since I dated, right? I just want, we said it before.
You were out the game for a little. So dating, what was dating? Dating was, hey babe, drop the babysitter's hair.
Well,
we might hold the door open.
That's true.
We might
when we're married, but mostly when you're married, it's like, oh, it's open. It's open. It's open. Go ahead. No,
it's
that's right.
Yeah,
it's open. Go ahead. I think so because it had been 20 years. My gear wasn't right. I had old wardrobe.
Right. It feels funny. That's like, did our late wives just let us fall off?
Well, but we're their representative out there.
That's true.
So we still had some good stuff.
Right.
But there are things in our closet we went to because it was comfortable.
Right. Yes.
So that was kind of me to a great extent. So I contacted my good friend for a long time, Marsha Richards. We worked in luxury retail together. Wonderful shopper, like the best you could get. She can go in and out, get the stuff. She's stylish herself, gorgeous. And so I know, hey, if I bring her, I know what she would help me with if I'm out there looking a certain way. So she wanted to make sure, no, those bell bottoms won't work at the time, or whatever it was. I mean, I'm making that up. But we got, and not spend a fortune.
Right.
That's what fashion is.
I mean, like, we'll touch on it, but the budget is real.
Yeah.
The budget is real.
So as far as my list, the way I said it to you is essentially, all right, I wanted to think about where I am in life now. And therefore, those who might have a shared experience with me, women, and maybe those who aren't as experienced with the loss and what have you. So it was mostly like divorced, with or without children. The hopefully came through that divorce relatively unscathed, but we all have baggage we carry forward.
It's all there.
And the red flags come and we have to address those things. Never married, so single and never married, and then widows. I thought maybe that would make sense.
That might be a recipe or the elements of the
because that person, I wouldn't have to over explain all that has happened to me, because that woman had potentially dealt with that. So the way I kind of categorize women is, man, it's women that your boys and your mother would approve of. Okay. Essentially.
I like that.
Yeah. And that's a mix really of two. So let me kind of go through what that is. She has to be interesting and interested. That she's worldly in the sense of she's been to the places, not just to check off the list, but she has a passion about that place and memories and such from that location, wherever it is. I'm not saying it has to be through passport. It could be regional, although I do like to travel internationally. And then also, I think surprising me with some of her tastes, because I'm going to surprise her with mine.
Right.
And to understand what my interests are and accepting of those. We could do it together, or she understands that I do it with my boys or whatever.
So let's pause on that, right? Okay. Because you are doing this after 20 years of not dating anybody except for your wife.
Right.
And then were you going into this much like thought process, or did you, or have you, as you've even like as we talked about computer love and what is your profile and what is the profile, so to speak, of the was that something, and has that been something that's helped you think about what that is, what this person is?
So hit me again with that.
So I mean, as you're doing this,
Yeah.
right? If you've kind of got these characteristics,
Right.
Has today's modern dating
Right.
applications, so to speak, or structure and process, has that been something that's helped you kind of think through that, or were those things already there for you?
They're already there, and is it kind of what's the crop of women that are there that also kind of identify with the things preconceived notions I had going in?
Is it preconceived, or is it, oh well, these things are out there, like having to think about this because I may be filling out a profile, or something like that? Was that something that's helped you?
I guess to a great extent but then it's go out. I think I was open to the process, period.
Yeah.
I think some of the things that I've listed, and I have a few more, kind of needed to be there, but it wasn't, she doesn't have that. She's not part of the Divine Nine or something like that, which doesn't hurt.
Right.
And my mother likes that part.
Yeah, because it's a cultural element.
Yeah, it's a cultural element. Right.
Yeah.
But I think it was, let me try something different, because it was, let me check out this. Wow, she's got a lot of tattoos or whatever. Okay, I don't think I've dated a woman.
Yeah.
All right, let's go with that,
Yeah.
because there are some other interests she might have that now I'm going to be turned on to, or whatever the case may be. And so it opened the whole idea. What you're asking is open me up to, well, what may work that may be different.
Right.
I might have this preconceived, she's got to be this and that. Some of these things have to be there, but maybe there's some other things I hadn't considered.
Right.
Because I have time. I don't have to make a decision.
I think that's the critical part.
And I think that's what
I think that's the critical part. Like, you're not rushing.
Yeah. Okay. So adding to the list, really must love music. You know how you and I are about music. Yep. The soundtrack of my life, I can think of times and what I was doing by the song that I'm hearing or what have you. Very, very important. So that, and the appreciation of arts and film and everything that, the escapism, essentially a lot of that stuff, which is just a part of our common language, because we all refer to this song, that music, whatever it is.
Yep.
So that's really important. And then she got to be fine and funny.
Yeah. You got to say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's got to be one where you're like, ooh.
Yeah.
But then also fits well into a situation where, it seems like she's been here and hung out with this crew.
Yeah.
She's got to be part of the universe, and it's a fit that you can already see. Oh, no, I see why D was with her.
Yeah, it's funny to go back to the part around identifying somebody who can. I think that, you talked about somebody who's maybe widowed, somebody who's maybe divorced, maybe with or without children.
Yep.
Or I think that is a part of you that, at least again for me as well, was like, it probably is this type of person or somebody from this past, because they're probably going to understand where my head is or what I'm thinking or my dynamic or the trade-offs and the sacrifices that I can and can't make at this point in my life, being that I'm a father.
Right.
I still got to come back home. I still got to pick up my kids at a certain time. I got to make sure they are fed and cared for, and that I have all of this quality time for them. But I think that was a part for me as well, as I thought about it. Like it probably needs, and it's likely that's going to be somebody with some element of these dynamics. And then to your point, the ability and willingness on both sides to be able to highlight, spot what are these red flags. Yeah. That we bring.
And also for them to self-assess.
Yeah.
Because in our state as single fathers who happen to have their wives die and pass away is, okay, am I just wide open out here?
Yeah.
In the sense of, I just need to go quickly to somebody because either I didn't have quite the experience I wanted with my wife. The marriage wasn't where we wanted it to be, where I thought I was going to end up in my marriage, or the marriage was really great,
Right.
because we're talking to everybody here, guys, because that's the situation. So it's, how quickly do you want to jump back into what you know, what maybe has either fed you on emotional levels
Or
or didn't,
Right.
and then you want to find somebody who's going to, man, I want to find somebody who's going to give me what I did not have. So along those same lines, as I was saying about the self-assessment of ourselves, or that am I, and that's why my universe is so important to me.
Yeah.
My friends, my family, folk I've known 20, 30 years, they can check me on the stuff.
Right.
That's who I also need to date.
Yeah.
Is somebody who is emotionally intelligent in that way and can self-assess herself, as well as communicative in the way we're operating, either in that relationship or people around us, whatever it is, because those things are going to be in that universe.
Yeah.
She's in this orbit now and getting in the universe.
You talked about this person being in the orbit of your friends, your family, being able to connect with your boys.
Yeah.
And our mothers, right? Right. And our fathers. And, But what about the girls? What about the kids? What was your thought as well around how should this person, or am I expecting, or are you expecting this person to fit?
Yeah, and I think I might have said it in a past episode, which is now more relevant to this episode, that I don't need the woman I'm with to raise my girls. However, I do need her to model what being a woman is moving forward now, the lessons and all of that. And so I think that is really the most essential part. As far as, at some point there will be an introduction to my children. If also is you gather more information as it relates to, do I like her in this situation?
How she handled this.
How does she handle it? Is she telling my children what they need to be doing? Shouldn't I be doing that?
Right.
I'm
there's
not
a balance. There's a balance, and you struggle. You struggle with that.
Yes.
I mean, I think that's something that I know is real, where you struggle with this person becoming more, and we'll talk more. But you struggle with this person, and this is a person who's going to be potentially be in your life more regularly. Therefore, in your children's life more regularly. And one, you were used to co-parenting with somebody who is no longer here. Right. You've had to step into both of those shoes. And to what capacity are you going to be willing to allow this other person
relinquish
some element? Because I mean, and it's weird because it's hypersensitive. Like I could come to your house and you and I are very good friends, and if Miela and Kara doing something, I'm like, Kara, Miela, no, Miela, because I'm part of the family.
Earned. It's earned,
and I can. But there's a point where you've also got to, as you consider somebody in the dating phase, to your point, like you're not asking. I thought about this too, the same as well. Like I'm not asking anybody to come in and raise my children. Right. I'm asking, or I was looking for somebody to come in and model. Right. What is a positive person, model what is the womanly, the femininity, these elements of nurturing in some capacity that just should be present in my life. But then also for my children, there's a way also, like I want my children to also see a model of healthy love or healthy partnership. And that's important in the modeling as well, is like, are you finding somebody who is going to bring positive and healthy behaviors that your children can then say, okay, that's healthy. Then they can recognize that. Right. But that was something
but you don't know.
But you don't know
until. And then that's all going to take time. And then you start making decision. Is this the one I want to do that with?
But these are all things. I mean, I think there's this debate of, you don't let your partner meet your kids until this far down the line. There's a middle ground,
True.
right? There's a middle ground because I think your
No
children,
hard and fast rule.
there's no hard and fast. And in a way, the children should be part of the process.
Because they will be going forward.
They will be, right? They should be part of that.
It's not like
they should be part of that.
forsake your
selection
children.
committee. Yeah,
That's not how it works.
Yeah, and I think our children are old enough to like, I know
yes, they
for
are.
sure Zaya's 7, 8, 9 years old. She knew she was solid with the side eye, like, and the rolling her eyes, like,
Absolutely.
she was, and Jackie was no, wasn't good at sugarcoating things either.
Tell you what's up.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I think those are.
My younger Kara, boy, she's my protector.
Oh yeah, we all and all
She's
the
my
kids.
protector.
There's always a protector.
Oh yeah.
I think, yeah. So you, I think the other thing too was, for me, it was also one. This person, is this person going to be helpful to the modeling? I still struggled, and I still struggle with
As a married man.
As a married man, even I still struggle now with the post traumatic stress of a cancer diagnosis. Yeah. So there was a part of me then which was like, okay, this person's got to be, on the same health regimen, the same, like we should both be, in the gym, 5, 6, maybe 7 days a week, at least a walk on day 7, right? Like there was these elements of this hyper focus on health and healthy eating behaviors. And because there was a part of me that was paying so much attention to how do I be healthy and ensure this doesn't happen to me? But then also thinking back to like, man, what was it that caused cancer to come into my life? Was it were we eating the right things? Were we drinking too much? Should I be vegan? Like all of these different things. And there was a part of me that was like, saying back, I want somebody who's fit. Yeah. In the gym and healthy and thinking about what they're eating. And that was important to me. And it's still important to me.
It's preventative, really. It's preventative. Is the way I see it. It's
going to be under control. Cancer's like,
that's the way unfortunately
it's all over and it's in everything. And most of us, you fight off 99.9% of it, right? But there's a part of it where it's like, oh yeah, maybe drinking every day is probably not something I want in my, my regimen. But maybe it is. But I think it's so that was something that I thought about. How did you find like the dating life before? Like kind of, the comparison between like, to dating now, right? You're there now, but then dating, before Nalani or even during Nalani, what was dating like different? Like what's different now than it was before?
It seems there is an artificial barrier that is created between, and also that path to the person that you think is desirable for you. You got to do a profile. It's got to, all these different elements need to end up in some algorithm. You got to get those best pictures. Do I take the profile shots with my shirt off type thing? No. But what do you show that, I'm ready?
Right.
It's different than when you go to the other places we used to go, a lounge, a museum, a concert, on the street, school, wherever it was. Oh, I want you to meet this person, that person too. Yeah. It's so different than it's impersonal. It's even you have to put your best representative up. That may not be who you are. And that's what I found out going out on some of these dates. There's no question about that.
Yeah. I know when I was, in that dating period of trying to figure out who's the right person, is this the right person? Of course you get, you're newly single. The Facebook and Instagram posts have all announced to the world that you are single, and Nalani is no longer here, or for me, Janice is no longer here. We all get the DMs and the hearts and the thumbs up that okay, that's interesting. I didn't. Yeah. Okay. The random invites and the friends. Yes. Like what does But in this new world, like, of dating,
Yeah.
like, rejection is different than it was 20 something years ago, 20 years ago.
For sure. And I think I'm in
On
this,
both ends.
yeah, right. I'm in this position again of, all right, am I really ready? And then I'm going to go all in, and hopefully I can find somebody quickly, because it's hard out there to
Yeah.
really, the time and just the way my life is, head of household and all the other.
Oh, yeah.
So let me give you some stories about,
Okay.
some of these different women that I ran into. So remember I told you the categories: never married women, divorced, single, with or without children, and widows.
Right.
So I kind of saw all of them,
Okay.
essentially, and met a number of them. So there are different services out there that you can tell the matchmaker, hey, this is what I want. So I'm really? Yeah. Tell us what you want, and we'll get that together for you. You can meet them and all. I said, all right. Ran down the list I just talked about. The fit and funny,
Right.
and any of the optionals as far as what my mom and my boys would like, and what I like. So I gave them all that. I remember going out on one date. You go to a place, you don't know the name. All right, we're going to set up a spot where you all going to meet at a certain time. So I go there and I'm waiting. I have a window on the street, and I'm just sitting there, and they describe what she's wearing. They don't give a name. And so she starts walking across the street. She's like, wait, that's what they think I want? Oh boy.
You're like, abort.
No, but I'm raised well, man. So hi, you do the whole, and then that's that time you and she might thought the same with me. I have to look at it both ways, because I may not be her type either.
Right.
And I just said, you know what, let me tell my little funny stories. Let's see how all that lands. Practice. Conversation again. With a woman.
But part of it, because you're just starting this for the first time. Right? Like, after, a long time of not entertaining dialogue and, not being able to flirt or something like that, or build this connection. So this is
right.
Because
before where the woman go like, you so corny, or whatever, you direct feedback. They don't sugarcoat that stuff. When you're married, they don't do that.
Yes.
So another one was, I met her, very smart. All these women were, let me be very clear. That what I'm saying is academic. She was in academia. And so that's very, very attractive to me. So often I have found when they're super smart, I'm in. I'm totally in. We'll work on the other stuff, quite honestly. So we sat down, and she was talking about what she did. And she kind of had dropped out of the world for a little bit. I said, well, what do you mean? Oh, well, I took this trip to an island, and I was with the indigenous people, and we did psychedelic drugs for a while. I'm like, all right. So, what did you find out about yourself? And, me, man. I'm going to find out what that experience is. Maybe I'm open to it. I'm not doing all that, but I can hear about
trip.
Right. Yeah. I can hear about somebody else who's done it. I ain't doing it. So, but so that was the other one. And then the other one was, we were at some little spot. Conversation's going fine. Kind of checked off most of the boxes and whatever. And then she was trying to recruit me to her church.
Oh.
So
I've seen that.
That was the purpose. Really, then.
Because you need more Jesus than at this point.
Does she not know my background? My father is a pastor.
Right.
Okay.
Right. So you're literally preaching.
I'm a preacher's kid. I'm preaching to the choir. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to go along with it, and I appreciate it very much, and explain where I am in my faith walk and what have you. And, maybe that's another episode too, to some degree, it's shaking a little bit given what you and I have kind of dealt with. But anyway, I didn't get deep into that because I knew I wasn't going to see her again. So I didn't, nice to meet you. Make sure you shake the hand at distance. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Not a hug. No. Thank you so much. It was a real pleasure to meet you. You be safe.
Trying to send the right signal.
Right. Be safe. Okay. All right. Good. Take care. So man. So there's that. And so I just, other ones divorce. Oh boy, this is a good one.
Yeah.
So one in particular, I should say a profile, because it's a bunch of them that were this way, is that I think honesty was a big challenge and communication for some of the divorced women that I met. Echoes from a difficult marriage.
Honesty in a sense that you felt they weren't potentially being honest, or honesty in a sense that you felt that they thought you might have.
That they dealt with dishonest men, and therefore they going in thought it's going to show up at some point with this dude. That wasn't my experience with my wife. We were late wife. We were honest and open. One situation, I met a woman and she was telling me the story that she knew her husband was cheating and caught him on the phone with somebody else and did the whole you and talking to her, I know you. Lots of words that I won't say here and all that. The brother should have said, baby, you're right. And I haven't been as good a husband and as I should be, and let's work on that because I need your help with that. He didn't say that. He said, why are you in my phone?
Yeah, you missing the point. But we always miss the point. Yeah, most of the time we miss the point. But yes, and so it's funny that you say that, because I think definitely for me, coming from, again, like the difficult marriage, trust is definitely an issue. Right. When you are in a marriage where you deal with trust. So likewise, you're seeing those red flags you're seeing those things that other women are potentially presenting in a sense of like the byproducts of their previous relationships. That was something that I was also heightened to as well. Right. Like for my own sake, right. Coming from that relationship where that was, maybe I was on the other end of it. Right. Like in a relationship where I have a wife that doesn't trust me for different reasons, justifiably or not. Right. I think that's an element, and is also dealing, like, again, she was previously married. So same thing. Right. I dealt with that going into dating her, and then kind of getting back into this dating phase for myself and realizing, oh yeah, there's certain things. Oh no, I don't want to deal with these pieces. There's certain things that are truly red flags for me in this dating phase. So for me, it was a short trip or a short conversation many times, because no.
What you heard is like, okay.
No, this sounds nope.
We're not gonna have dessert. Can we just get the bill? Thank you.
No. Oh no, we don't need appetizers. Let's just get to the meal.
Right.
No, I'm not thirsty. No, no water. But I think that's
no water.
So, but I think it's important to recognize, and from a reflective standpoint, from myself, we talked about being self-reflective, being able to look at yourself on both sides of it and say, what is the red flag that I'm presenting to somebody else, as much as what are the red flags that I'm seeing or looking for in my next potential partner. Right. So that I can recognize and say, again, that this is something or a characteristic or behavior that I don't want in my life or my children's life.
Because you knew where it ended up.
Because you knew, right. So I think those are real important.
Let me say one other thing, and then we may have to do a two-parter, because we have a whole section that I think the guys and women would like to hear us talk about. Let me say this last funny story. So I was seeing this one woman, just saw her a few times. Wasn't like with girlfriend, boyfriend, or whatever like that. I remember going over to her house, and she needed help. She in a sense that, she had a big job.
Right.
And she also had a relatively young child.
Oh, so single mom.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So single mom.
Okay. That's
and divorce.
And and you
coming from yeah. So, I mean, I've good house training, man. You know that, and you all have heard this before on other episodes. So, I'm going into her situation, and I knew, let's bring in some dinner.
Right.
Let's do that. That's easy. And she's dealing with the young child and what have you. So I'm just getting the food all ready for everybody and everything. We eat and we do all of that. And I see there's other dishes in the sink and the ones that we had generated, I'm washing it all.
That's the home training.
That's the home training.
Yeah.
That's the home training. And she kind of looked at me in a way as if I did something wrong. She was just shocked because she said, my ex-husband, he washed that fork, that knife, that cup, and that plate
I raised my kids.
That was it.
So I raised my kids. You don't wash, you wash what's in the sink.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah.
It's a partnership in here. We're all trying to keep it tidy. This is about all of us living comfortably,
right?
Not just you and wait on the other. No,
but then you get the ones that come and they got the list of house projects waiting.
That's when you're dating for real.
That's when you're dating. You're like, okay,
that's boyfriend.
There's a list with my name. There's a list with my name on
that's
this
it.
right now. So that's official.
And then you make the decision. Oh, do I continue on
and just know
and assume this role or?
And if you leave the list unfinished, that means you don't want it. This is not.
You know what? This isn't working out for me. Out, right. So, but man. So just stuff like that, and I had she had some clothes, the same one, and I just started folding clothes, man. I couldn't see.
But part of it is habit.
Pastor. It was like this big mound.
But then part of this is habit, right? Because this is what you would have done.
That's right.
This is what you would do at home.
That's right.
In your own home. But this is also what you would have done with with Nalani.
Yeah.
So in a way, you're not just modeling, but you're almost an autopilot in those situations.
You're so right.
Right.
That's my
and some of it is not because this person clearly needs. It's how much of you have. One, we come from good family.
Yeah.
We come from good community who would all do that probably do that. But then there's this element of there's this void that you feel and a void that you're kind of looking to fill as well.
Yeah.
And somebody else in other relationships. So you're kind of practicing a little bit and kind of fighting these urges to jump back into your own kind of natural behaviors that have basically been part of your identity for the last couple decades.
But it's not as if they're bad.
Right.
It's just the routine,
Exactly.
But did you, I don't think I saw it I don't know if I was demonstrating this is what you can get.
Yeah.
Maybe to some degree, but it was really, just need some help.
I think it's coming more from a place of not, I have to do this, but more of a place of like, I'm going to do this because it's the right thing to do.
But I think it's also two things. It's definitely that, but it's also, this is what I had before where you could essentially depend on me to do these things.
Right.
This is what you're going to get. And and if they don't respond to that on whatever level, some other things, then that's fine.
Right.
That's fine.
And you will probably get some reactions of people like, don't touch my stuff. And
could
then
be
you're like, okay.
Ooh, this may not work. So, those are some of the stories, Jamal.
Listen, man, I'm enjoying listening to yours because it's helping me remember of all the things that continue to nudge me more and more once I started dating Jordan.
Yeah.
To like secure, like, this is the one who's making it through, because there's a lot of other stuff out here that's just it's not for me.
Yeah, that Jordan. It's a whole episode.
Oh yeah, it's a whole episode. Yeah, it's definitely gonna be fun, but it's gonna be a good episode.
Yeah.
We want to hear your stories though.
Yeah, we do. We definitely do.
I mean, because this is a community thing, and we're not just gonna sit up here talking about each other the whole time. We want to hear your stories. We want you to come to us with your questions. Hit us on our new number, 646 979 0878.
It's so new, we have to look at it.
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Yes.
So 646-979-0878. I think our editor may drop it here or there, something like that.
It'll be in there for sure.
Check us out, and then also hit us on all the socials. All of our pages on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube at Get Back Up Podcast is mostly where you can find us. And we look forward to talking to the next episode.
Yep. Thanks so much. Let folk know. Let them know we out here.
Take care.
Take care.
Thank you for joining us on Getting Back Up, Finding Life After Death. If something in today's episode spoke to you, pass it on, because somebody out there needs to hear this.
For sure. We're on all the social mausoleums. So follow us on Instagram, Threads, TikTok. Mostly it will be in the form of Get Back Up Podcast.
And be sure to subscribe to us on Spotify, Apple, or wherever you get your podcast.
And remember, getting knocked down is part of life.
But getting back up, that's how we live.
We'll see y'all next time.